When I write something, it's usually not inspired by anything external, like, a place or an event or anything like that. It usually just comes from nothing, basically. I like that feeling when it's just a completely, emptiness. It's just a blank canvas, and it could be anything. That's the most exciting thing to me. Just I don't know how that happens. How we create things, how it comes from nothing. Whether it's composing or writing or anything, or just talking. We just come up with it, and I don't know how. I love that excitement of what's going to come next. I always usually start with improvising on the piano or a synthesizer usually. And I like to compose at the keyboard a lot, so I can use all of my kind of sample libraries. You can compose with sounds that are fairly close to what it'll actually sound like, whether it's a string patch or a choir sound. That's useful, I think, to me. Working at the synthesizer is also great because you can record yourself into. I use software called Logic, which is very easy and intuitive, and it's a great way to record all my ideas. And then I'll go through all the ideas and kind of delete the ones that I don't care about, and then keep all the ones that give me some kind of spark. And then usually I'll bounce those tracks, so I'll turn them into like an MP3 and put it on my phone or something, and I'll go outside into the park or something like that and try to listen to them sort of outside my own little bubble, try to listen to them as if I'm in the audience, I'm not the composer, and see if it's still touches something in me or inspires something in me, and if it does, then I'll keep those ideas. From then on, I'll just kind of keep building on those, and it's more like it's not usually from A to B. It's more usually like a puzzle, and you don't know what the full framework is yet. So you don't know what the picture then will look like. But you start putting one thing here and one thing here, and this could probably be a beginning, this could be in the middle, and then eventually it starts, this is what the picture will look like. The importance of the text kind of varies a lot in my music. I think sometimes it's super important, and everything starts with the text. Other times, certainly my choral music, it's a little bit more about just the sound, the kind of creating a sound world where the notes and the timbre is more important maybe than the text is a little bit more the servant of the music in a way. Pieces like I have a piece called Dark Night of the Soul, for example, which is kind of where the piano has a really big part, and it's more like a give and take and kind of a dialogue between the choir and the piano. I'm very happy to cut stuff. Actually makes me feel good. So I do a lot of that when I'm composing. Even after the piece is done, I love editing. That's one of my, and both in terms of in composition, but also with recording. And sometimes I'll revise it later and cut stuff out, because I always want to try to get to the essence of a piece as much as possible, and to sort of get rid of all the dead weight that's not really necessary. I don't want to waste the listener's time or the performers, right? I want it to be as compact as possible, and to not have stretches of music that aren't important.